All right, Chet, I want to talk about something a bit controversial. I'm not trying to spark any controversy. This is not the aim of this, but this is something that I've been curious about because I have friends who are competing in this, and I feel like I don't know what the is going on. So for now, we are going to talk about Creator Clash 3. Do you guys know what the hell is happening? Because I don't. Here's what I know. Creator Clash, boxing event. It's the third iteration. Although Creator Clash in my mind is supposed to be, fun matchups with people I like. I'm excited to see the Minecraft face-off. Myth, I love when that boy boxes. Will Net versus Odd Ones Out. That's my favorite match and one I'm the most excited for. I got Trevor, my boy Trevor, who's boxing. There's just a bunch of people I like who are boxing. But when people talk about Creator Clash, none of them are talking about the matchups. To the point where if you look up Creator Clash 3 in YouTube, it is only drama videos. This is just a YouTube search of it. It's not, this is like, what happened, bro? We've lost the plot. It is not, here's me training for my boxing match. It is, let's talk about Creator Clash 3. Internet versus Creator Clash 3. Harley explains why you dropped out. Creator Clash 3 is over. Creator Clash 3 situation is illegal. Okay, I don't know which YouTuber this is. Brother, this has got to be the fucking worst title and thumbnail I've ever seen in my life. You're going too extreme. This is... It's like an AI recreation of what a drama channel should be. YouTube viewers are people, bro. You don't have to speak to them like they're fucking animals. It's illegal. As far as I can tell, it all started with the content cop. That's as far as I can tell when it all went to shit. Because I think, regardless of your opinion on the situation, it shifted from Ian and excitement for Creator Clash 3 to drama. That's really what it is. And drama is a lot more exciting for people than Creator Clash 3. Now, frankly, I don't care about the drama aspect of it. I care about the boxing. I want to watch YouTubers punch each other. I have zero interest in any of the participants or featured creators of the content cop. It's a waste of my time. But I am curious what is happening and if we're even going to get to see the actual fights. I've heard it's been postponed. I don't know what date. And when I asked people who are literally fighting in the event, I asked them, I said, what's happening? They said, I don't know, which is crazy. So we're going to watch this video. It was dropped by the Creator Clash YouTube account. It's 15 minutes. It's getting downvoted. I don't think it's legitimate because it's got like 6,000 views. Like this shit's too new, I think. But maybe it's just people hate. Maybe it's legit. We're going to watch it. Read the comments. Are you guys sickos like that? I don't read comments till I watch the video. Maybe I'm old school, but like I think it's kind of a sick behavior to read the comments and form an opinion of someone who has watched the content because it's going to shift how you view the piece of content you're about to watch. Spoilers aside, right? If it's a very positive comment or a very negative comment, it's going to shift what you think about it going in. Like, I think some of my favorite movie experiences is when I don't know what's happening in the movie and I don't know what people think about the movie. When I go into a movie knowing people don't like it or people do like it, it creates expectations that shift my experience of the movie. So if I can't help it, I try to avoid it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ethan Nestor.
Hi, Ethan.
I fought in Creator Clash 2 and I won, and I'm here with my pals.
Yes, hi, I'm Alana. I also fought in Creator Clash 2 and won.
And I'm Aaron. I fought and lost and then fought and won in Creator Clash.
It was like a Rocky 2 moment.
You
lost in Rocky 1, but you won.
Yeah, 2 was a big comeback for me, so I appreciate that. We want to announce that Creator Clash 3 is moving dates and locations. October 25th, 2025 is the new date.
It's in LA. I thought this shit was in Florida.
And now it is taking place at the Hollywood Palladium here in Los Angeles, California.
What's a palladium? It's a chemical element, symbol PD, atomic number 46.
With that comes a couple questions about ticket sales. If you bought pay-per-view tickets, those still stand. But if for whatever reason you would like a refund, they are offering that as well.
Wait, okay. Why have people said there are no refunds? Because that's a phenomenal refund policy. Here's what I have heard. Here's what I have heard about this event. I have heard Creator Clash 3 was delayed and the ownership was given up from Ian and Anissa to a third party. I'm guessing this is the third party, aka Alana, Aaron, and Ethan. That's what I'm guessing has happened.
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron's production company, Real Good Touring, I know of because I think they did the Trash Taste Tour in America. I know they've done Creator Clash. They did a bunch of YouTubers tours. that I know of.
be
They're
great.
quite a powerhouse in the
But
space.
yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anissa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
So yes, Ian and Anissa have stepped down completely. There's no creative involvement. There's no financial involvement. There's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including.
Dude, that's crazy. That's insane. That is truly fucking you're pushing the eject button. I can't imagine that, man. That would be like, I'm trying to think of a comparison, bro. That's like next streamer games just being run by fucking Agent. You're gonna see Agent and Lacey of FaZe Clan sitting at a table being like, yeah, Ludwig's not in it. He's just not, he's nothing to do with it. He's not even gonna show up. We just got other people going. Okay, why are you guys saying imagine please? Yeah, of course it'd be fucking awesome. Agent and whatever. Agent, what does, but that's, God, I'm just giving, fuck off, guys.
That it
Call
became
Agent,
this
ask me about streamer games. Dude, no.
internet thing that it never
I
should have
want
been,
it.
And
Obviously, the first year was crazy successful. There was over $1.3 million raised. And so that was incredible.
That's hella dollars.
Second year, we upped the stakes. We made it a little bigger. And unfortunately, it did not pan out in the way that we wanted. And there was no money raised for charity.
Yeah.
It's like Hank Green selling VidCon. I don't think they sold it. Selling it would imply a buyer. These guys did not buy this, as far as I can tell. I think these guys are just trying to operate it in good faith for what the event stood for to the best of their abilities. It's not like they bought it because they thought this was a fucking cash cow they could flip. No
In the
money
ring to
raised is
fight
crazy. I mean, I think it flopped, bro. I don't know what you want. I think that shit hella flopped. How did CC2 make no money? Because they had a pay-per-view model and they just didn't. Like, so for reference, I ran chess boxing. That shit didn't flop. That shit popped. And it also made $1.3 million. Actually, 1.4, because the YouTube views have actually stacked up a lot. Yep. We had 300K CCV, made $1.4 million. We had 6,000 people in the building. And I still lost money on it. It cost 1.5 million. Now, I think overall it was worth it. But I'm not surprised that a boxing event of that magnitude didn't make money. Like, even if I were to go into the event saying, hey guys, all the money I raise is going to charity, I would walk out of that event going, hey guys, bad news. You're not gonna believe it. Can I ask why it's so expensive? For chess boxing, doing it the first time, paying out fighters. Paying out fighters is a big part of it, man. That's a lot of money. I think paying out fighters alone is like a few $100,000. Production, venue for multiple days. Yeah, there's just a lot of costs. There's just a lot of costs going around. Insurance, true. Is that an Illuminati tattoo on our left arm? Brother, that's a triangle and a space man inside of it. And that's also her right arm. You're dumb in a few ways.
And the audience too, like, to know that, like, buying into the event and watching the event, thinking that their money's going to charity, and then it didn't turn out that way. Naively, we believed that with the first Creator Clash, that the success of the event would be
classic.
shared with the charity.
So it was a scam. I feel like that has to be like the worst faith interpretation. I think if an event is successful and raises $1.3 million for charity on their first go around, their big plan isn't like, oh my God, and this next time we run it, we're going to make money for ourselves. Now that we've raised the $1.3 million for charity, now we get to make some money of our own. You would just take the $1.3 million on the first go around. 1.3 mil is a lot of money, bro. That's hella bread. So I feel like you're just not, if you're looking at it in a vacuum, yeah, I think you could call that a scam, but you're ignoring the context of the first one that was hella successful.
So going into Creator Clash 3, we've completely restructured it. So all of the onus is on us to pay for the event, to produce the event through our partners, through our sponsors.
Is money paid not towards charity until event costs are paid? Yeah, but presumably. Because where else is the money coming from? And I guess, do you guys consider that a scam? Because to me, that makes sense. That's how it should operate. Now, obviously, messaging matters. Like if you have tickets and you say all proceeds go to charity, and then it's actually like, well, they go to charity after costs. That has to be clear when you purchase. I think people are huge. What's the word, man? Aggrandize. What's the word when people are like fake higher than thou? Idiots? Not. I feel like people get real bad faith or virtue signally when it comes to charity stuff. Yeah, maybe grandstandy. I don't know the exact word, but I feel like when the word charity is hit, people are like, heavens. And everyone acts like every act of charity needs to be some higher than thou act that is selfless. Maybe I'm cynical, but I think that's dumb. And I think charities also understand that that's dumb. And most incredibly successful charities understand that it's a business and things need to be able to operate not just one time, but consistently many times. And the only way to do that is if it doesn't burn a bunch of money along the way. So if you're doing an annual event, you lose $100,000 doing it. Even if you raise $50 million for charity, you can't do that forever because you're losing money. Money has to come from somewhere. What people I don't think realize is sometimes that gets a little dirty. Like if you look, I've been offered from charities. They'll offer you like $20K. They'll pay you to run an event in exchange to raise money, hoping to hit an expectation of return. The return varies. But like, let's say charity wants to raise money. They give you $20K to raise them $40K. And so maybe you're thinking, well, that sucks because you're taking the money from the charity. It's like the net benefit for the charity outweighs their initial costs. This has happened on Twitch for years now, right? This was a whole thing with OTK did like 100 charity events. Yeah, Gamers Outreach would pay creators like literally a stipend just to do a charity stream and also give them money via items to give away, which would in turn generate more revenue. So they'd pay a streamer to do a charity stream and then the streamer would get their viewers to raise money for that charity. The streamer is not a virtuous person in this circumstance, but it's also not a bad play by the charity. The charity's paying the streamer 5 figures to make 6 figures back in charity. They're happy with the arrangement sometimes. Now, not everybody does it like this. Some people will spend their own money to do charity things. The drawback is sometimes they don't do it consistently. Sea-Dog, Connor, a boy, he raises as much money as any other streamer on the platform. Doesn't make any money from doing it. I mean, like he makes money from the AdSense of the Cyclothon and streaming and whatever, that stuff, sure. But he's not getting paid by the IDF to raise money for the IDF. In fact, he loses a lot of money when he runs the charity auction stream. Now, somebody in chat just said that's the right way to do it. But ask yourself this, he's not doing the charity auction stream this year. Why? Part of it's the work, but another part of it is also he just can't stand to lose that much money every year running an event to raise money for a charity. It just doesn't make sense financially to do it. I think it's more complex than people give it credit for. And I think if you leave with the interpretation that it's, this is the right way to do it, you can only do it if you're, morally just, and you must be a morally just person to raise money for charity. I think the charities are the ones who lose in that outcome. Connor is still goated, by the way, but I think I'm more amenable to the end result being charities get more money, even if along the way that means like some fuck off streamers making money too.
Every dollar that is raised for charity through this event will be going straight to charity. The event will be funded by ticket sales, it will be funded by pay-per-view sales, and the fighters will be receiving a cut of that revenue.
They need to disclose that they're being paid. I hella agree. I agree with that 1000%. And I think that's just a US law. But anyway, I think the first 2 creator clashes, they just did a simple profit loss and they gave a percentage of profits to charity. Now they're just doing a stream with a charity link attached to it. So basically like Fast 50. So Fast 50, the business model of the event is irrelevant to the amount raised because the amount raised is from the charity fundraiser, from people donating to the charity directly, which I think is better low key. Like I don't think there should be an in between people and donating to charity. They said it'd be pay-per-view. I thought they just said pay-per-view would cover the cost of the events and the fighters. I'm almost assured they just said that. If I rewind it, I think they would say that too. Either your media literacy is at an all-time low or mine. I'm right. You got to work on yourself then. I look at his shirt and I see W eat. That's the letter N. Never mind.
Some mistakes.
My media literacy. No.
It's just supposed to be a fun boxing event for charity, and that's really what it should be. And
it's such
really
a good mission statement, and it's such a bummer that it ever got away from that. It seems so silly that it ever got away from that because it's so clear what the event is supposed to be.
People are already punching each other in the face. You don't need other
Why
trouble.
not do it for charity? I mean, that's so true. Like, it's,
Yeah, that's hella true. I don't know how feasible that is. I don't know how feasible that is, man. I think I'm excited for the event. I want to watch it. I like the people in it. I want to watch them punch each other in the face. But I think the idea that they can save Creator Clash 3's branding from this is going to be tough. But if it were to be saved, I think they're doing everything right. I don't think they're doing anything wrong right now. They're being incredibly transparent on the financials, the situation, how they got here, who owns it. So I don't think they're doing anything wrong. They offered refunds to anybody who bought pay-per-view ticket. They're automatically giving refunds to anyone who got in-person seating in the Florida venue. Denying refunds a few days ago is pretty shit. I didn't know about that, but they've already resolved that in a few days. So I guess like if they denied refunds and then people were like, why the fuck are you denying me your refunds? And then they fixed it, that's still a good thing.
Yeah, I've encouraged like a bunch of people I know to start boxing too, because it's like such good, like, you know, total body fitness. But as said,
Boxing
it's also
is
really,
tough.
really hard. So we have to give a shout out right now to the fighters who are training right now. It's like a bummer also for them that they like maybe have felt a little awkward recently about promoting the event or talking about it. And we want like everyone to like get back behind them and recognize like how hard they're training and how difficult it is.
Dude, I do feel so bad for people who have, like, I don't know if you understand how hard a boot camp is for boxing, especially when it's your first boxing event, because there's a huge mental battle to getting over the hurdle of being punched in the face and punching someone in the face. And then the physical grind of doing it is like exhausting, you know, adding that on top of your whatever work grind, and now having to extend how long your camp is, right? Your expectations that it's this many months, it's this many months. And then the reason this is all happening in a roundabout way is because fucking YouTube drama. That sucks, bro. That blows. You're telling me this shit because of YouTube drama? Damn, man.
But something that people don't think about is they think, oh, you're going and training for an hour or 2 hours or maybe 3 hours out of your day. And they just take that one little time.
Ah, you're tired as hell after. Because Trevor plays basketball with us, usually. And he started boxing training, and then he started coming to basketball after boxing training. Bro, he looked horrible. Like, no shade to him. He looked like shit. And I know he knows he looked like shit because he left after 30. He came to play basketball, left after 30 minutes. He said, I'm tired. And then he left. And usually he's like a bright little spark of sunshine on the courts. He was just so tired, bro.
Remember that time you punched me and I immediately fell to the ground and vomited?
Yeah, and I still feel really bad.
The fuck? Damn.
Not great.
Okay, it wasn't your fault.
I don't know how that... you know what? I'll let it pass. Don't say Lud wishes he could do that. No, I don't. I am tired of the sexist allegations. I am not sexist, okay? I don't wish I could punch somebody until they threw up. Like, what are we doing
Too.
here?
Like, we should talk about, because there was confusion about this last year. Even I was confused about how fighters get paid. The fighters do get
question.
paid. It's just to make sure people can do the event.
Yeah.
You can't ask creators to take all that time to box.
Yeah, they should get paid, obviously. Say the number. Well, I don't think they're getting paid a flat number, so they would just be making up a number. I don't think you understand. I think they're getting paid a percentage of pay-per-view sales, which obviously won't be determined until the event's over. When I ran my event, didn't do pay-per-view. So I paid a flat number. I paid like 20K flat for everybody equally. Like final offer, best offer across the board. Everybody got the same amount of money, which in some cases, by the way, doesn't even necessarily cover everything. For some people, they spent more than that on training, on meal preps, on basically everything it took in their camp. It can be very pricey. You know, a personal boxing coach and all that. You know, obviously that was their call. How would you train? Dagestan, 24 hours. Dagestan for boxing? Yeah, I come out in my first boxing match. I'm just grappling. I get kicked out of the fight. It's all right. I didn't get hurt.
Or to turn this into like a really, really positive event.
Okay, it feels like
really
they're just
want
winding
to be able
down.
to support the fight.
Okay. I get it. I feel for you guys, all the fighters. Hope the delayed event is a huge success. 34%. Okay, where is this number from? It's in the FAQ. Okay, that's in this. Literally on your second tab. Okay, first off, I'm not a fucking weirdo for watching a video and reading a comment that has nothing to do with the video. The commenter is weird. Clearly, these people knew about the 34% thing, clicked the video, and wanted to talk about it. But it's not in the video. It has nothing to do with the video because it has nothing to do with Creator Clash 3. They're just really upset about what used to happen that isn't happening from people that don't operate or have any control over the event. I'm not the weird one, bro. They're the weird ones. These people are making zero money. Zero. It has because the video's about the event. Look, call me old fashioned. I think comments should pertain to the content of the video. Call me old fashioned. I'm just an old school YouTube viewer, bro. I watch the video and then I comment something about it. Call me a fucking old fashioned fuck, man. Okay, well, don't call me an old fuck. I mean, bro, these are all, okay, we can just call a spade a spade. These are drama frogs. These are all drama frogs who are very mad at Ian and Anissa. But like, I think the wind is out of the sails because unless they're lying, they have nothing to do with this. They won't be a part of it. They own none of it. They stand to gain nothing from it. So it's like, What are we yelling at? Go to their Twitter or some shit. I think drama frogs just aren't what they used to be. Go to iDubbbz Twitter and yell at them, bro. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Why's event moved to LA? LA made the most sense. It's a much larger market. It's home to a lot of creators and helped us keep the event production costs down. That means we can focus more on what matters, making the show great, raising money for charity, and giving the fans the best experience possible. You know what's impressive is how quickly they got approval from California Athletics Association or USA Boxing to sanction the event. That's usually why people go to Florida, is because sanctioning is so easy to do. It's kind of hard in California. Obviously, it's easier for a straight up boxing event, but will all the original fighters be competing? Not all fighters will be available for the new date. An updated fight card will be announced in July. That'll also include some fresh faces. Okay, I will say one thing about this event is they need so badly a title card. I feel like their title fight, it was bad and it dropped, and now they can make it good. Who's in the title fight? I think it was Harley and LA Beast, but Harley dropped. I mean, to be honest, I think Odd One's out and Will Neff is my title fight. LA Beast dropped too. Yeah, they need an electric title fight. Sam Hyde and Hassan can say the event. I just couldn't think of something I'd care less about. Why did Ian and Anissa step away from Creator Clash? Ian and Anissa have stepped away from Creator Clash in every capacity as stakeholders, event managers, and creatives to give event space to grow under new leadership. They chose to step down to allow CC to separate itself from the ongoing controversy, allowing us to work towards rebuilding trust and refocusing on what the event was always meant to be, something supporting creators, entertain fans, and raise money for a good cause, allowing other partners to remain the same. Dude, low-key, what about a name change? They might need a rebrand, bro. I think there's too much connection with Creator Clash and Ian to really separate it. Do fighters get paid? Yes, each fighter gets a guaranteed purse to help cover training and preparation expenses. In addition, 20% of profits from the event will be split evenly amongst fighters. A further 34% profit share, originally allocated to Ian and Anissa, is also being redistributed among the fighters following their departure. What's the difference between a profit share and a net profit, chat? Net profit would be income minus costs, right? That's net profit. What's profit share? Is that just the same thing after loss? Isn't that what net is? That's the same thing then. Bro, you know what it means? I'm not the dumb one for using a different word for the same thing. Just to be clear, this is what net profit means. Net profit is you take how much an event makes, you minus the costs, there's your net. So 46 goes to the charity. Okay, what the fuck is the math to get 46 as your number? How the hell did that happen? Because you're adding the 20 for the fighters. I see. So initially they had 20% for the fighters, 34% for Ian and Anissa, and 46% for charity. And people are pissed off because they were taking profit on a charity event. So the implication is if they raised $1.3 million for charity, then they made, I don't know what the math is, $950,000 year one, which means they made $0 last year. Yeah, 34% is crazy. It is ugly, isn't it? And I think this is the issue when you are the middleman between viewers and charity. It's why it's a way better system to just have a Tiltify link that people donate to directly, because it's so much more transparent and straightforward. I don't think I'm against the idea of somebody creating an event and making money from the event and the event also being a charity event. I'm not against that. But having to pick the percentages is weird. Yeah, and you got to be upfront. If it's going to be a charity event, you do it. The transparency is pretty huge in that. Anyway, I think that's it. Creator Clash happening October now. My advice, they got to change the name, bro. They got to change the name. Myth Clash, now we're cooking, Myth. Now we're cooking. Clash of the Creators, that could work. That could work. I've been meditating on my decision. Whether you're going to continue to fight, Myth? Ooh, are you a maybe? I do wonder how many cards they'll lose, because I got to imagine it's hard as fuck for the fighters, decision-wise, to continue on. They should have completely rebranded. I think we are operating from a much easier spot, but I actually feel pretty bad for Aaron, Ethan, and Alana, because it's basically like imagine Creator Clash is the boat, and then the fucking captain of the ship was like getting into an altercation with somebody else on the boat. And so then they just said, fuck this shit, and jumped off the boat. And the boat still has to get to port. So, 3 new captains pop up. They kind of have to figure shit out as they're going along. They just have one single mission, get to port. They might not do it in the cleanest way possible, though.